I don't turn it upside down, it'll constantly distract me.
Oh yeah, I'm that way too.
I have that syndrome where you see, I see a phone and I have to look at it, especially if the screen's on, and if that little red marker is like the notification that you've missed a call, I can't help it.
Or a text, or WhatsApp, or email,
I'll
or
look,
Instagram, or
whoever's it is, I don't care. When I was bartending, that was something I got into.
You would just like
I would creep people's phones, you know, like they are so oblivious to what's going on around them.
Right.
Like I've seen some good stuff on people's phones.
Can you say on the cast?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
I mean, I don't know what rating the cast is. But, no, you
all ages.
Well, it's like think of everything you do personally right here with your phone.
Yeah, and your 4-inch screen.
So everything that you do there, plus alcohol. So those were, and they were great conversation starters, but I never got out of it, you know. So when I bartend, my job was basically to serve drinks and harass people. Like I learned as a bartender, if you couldn't harass people, you were a shitty bartender.
What do you mean harass?
So, all right, my first couple weeks as a bartender, I was at Buffalo Wild Wings Sports Bar.
Here in town?
Here in town.
Okay, so this is Albuquerque on Montgomery here?
Yep, Montgomery.
Okay.
And there was a couple guys that would come in and just talk trash to me. Like, they just talk shit to me.
Because you're a jack dude or what?
Well, they just, I asked them. I said, well, I wasn't jacked and I didn't have the beard. This is old school. And I asked the guy, like, after about being there for 3 weeks, I said, like, hey, man, why are you always busting my balls? And he was like, oh, man, I'm sorry. You know, it's just kind of sport. Like, you and the bartender would talk shit to each other.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, is that a thing? And once I figured out that was a thing, then I just started harassing people.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't know that was even a thing.
Yeah, so apparently referees and bartenders, you are a dartboard for everybody's, I guess you're a dartboard.
Yeah. You know Kurt Capel, right?
Yeah.
He's a jacked ass dude too. Here in town, he was on the cast a couple episodes like a year ago. And he was a bartender too at someone Knob Hill Bar and Grill or whatever. And he would always talk trash too. Now that you're talking about it, now I'm thinking about all that.
You're like,
stuff.
yeah, maybe that.
Yeah,
maybe
he's a shit
was
talker.
the thing.
All right, today we have Leo Urquides.
International Man of Mystery. Anytime anybody says my last name, it's basically like...
Do angels sing or what?
No, it's like, it's basically like, I always say International Man of Mystery because I don't know what the fuck my last name means. Usually it's like, how do you say it?
Yeah.
And then, actually the airport's the best place.
Oh.
Because it's like their job to say your name. So they'll always look at my ID, you're Urquides, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
And people are always shocked when I tell them, yeah, that's how you say it. But that's the perception, is like, hey, how do you say your last name? And I'm like, well, you said it the way you said it, and that'll work.
Yeah, that's...
I appreciate you trying to figure out what it is. But, you know, I say International Man of Mystery because I don't necessarily know what it is. If it's Greek, Portuguese, Latino.
So it's not like Thor, which means like God of Thunder or whatever like that?
No, probably.
Okay.
I'm gonna go, since I don't know, I'm going to go with, it could be that. Yeah, I was actually in a conversation with somebody about changing my last name.
To what?
Savage.
Oh yeah, because Leo Savage is your Instagram name.
Yeah, it's my...
or your go-to Dion's order name, or what?
Yeah, when I go to Starbucks, I say Savage. And they're like,
is there a Mr. Savage here?
Yeah, and then they have to say it. That's the thing. They're, Savage?
They're all like, kind of like...
They'll always do a double check. Is that this guy's name?
And you see, is there like bigger dudes who are like, I think, they must be going through the thought process, who's Savage?
I just pulled a tooth out. Stand there and look at him shitty. They're like, we have your coffee ready.
Yeah.
You know I can get this on an airplane?
What is that?
It's a tooth.
From what, a T-Rex?
It's a T-Rex tooth. It's a gift shop novelty tooth.
But you could probably stab somebody in the neck with that.
I'm saying. I went through, like, you know, you go through to fly and you got to put your hands up and you stand on the yellow thing and they scan you.
Yeah.
I went through and the guy goes, all right, yeah, you're good. Okay, and I walk up and I start putting my shit on and I was like, where's my necklace? Because I always take it off when I go through. I was still wearing it.
And they didn't even check.
They didn't even check. I would have said something, especially seeing me. I would have been like, this guy's getting frisked.
Yeah. The beard, the tooth, something's not jiving.
Frisk that guy. He's got something on him.
He's going to do the whole stop and frisk thing.
Yeah, speaking of flights, I just got back from New York.
Okay.
This is my first time in the Big Apple.
So what's out there in New York? I know you're doing a bunch of the... Okay, so we got to rewind a little bit to get some background here.
Yeah.
If you search your name on Instagram, or not Instagram, on the internet, You just type in Leo space U. There's Leo. There's Leo Univision. So there's another.
All
and
right.
then there's Leo Urquides.
That's good. It's gonna get better as you. The more you say it, the better it gets.
And so I clicked that and said, you scroll down a couple places and you see, the path of the Mace you did with those other guys, the steel cage dudes.
Oh yeah.
I watched that video for a little bit and how you talked about e-sick, and so let's maybe start there with your journey into Macemanship, because that's what you're mostly known for, right?
I would say so. Yeah.
And being the savage guy at Starbucks. Those two things are probably your notoriety.
Yeah, my arrest record falls third after those two. So how did I found out? Well, I've been in martial arts my whole life.
All right.
Really, I was just a skinny, scrawny kid, and I grew up with 7 uncles, and they were all big dudes. And
Like military dudes, or just
no, like laborers.
Oh, okay.
Like just labor, all carpenters or electricians.
So they have like hands that are like vice grips.
Fucking A, dude.
Yeah.
Like the forearms in my family are just jacked.
Yeah, and they've never been to the gym. They don't know what a gym is.
And so I just, I realized right away that I wanted to work, but I didn't want to work like those guys. So I just tried to find as many things outside of laboring with my uncles that I could. And I was always into martial arts. And I think that was because I was a tiny guy around a bunch of big guys.
Yeah.
I always thought, I think we've all had this thought, if I could kick that guy's ass, he wouldn't tell me what to do.
Right.
Maybe
That's
with your uncle, your big brother, I don't know.
Yeah, it's always, that has crossed my mind in many situations. Oh yeah, dude,
Good.
there's a guy, you're like, my older cousin Sky, he's one of those day laborer guys who just like,
Yeah, just jacked.
just jacked.
So,
You're like, I'm getting tired of beat up.
Yeah.
or pushed around,
I just thought if I could learn some karate, I could defend myself. Not that like there was a constant threat of violence around my house. It was just something I was into.
So you were walking the bad part of your house and be like, shit's gonna go down.
Well,
I need some martial arts.
I did have that uncle. You never knew what.
He's slinking around.
Yeah, Fernando. Yeah, crazy son of a bitch.
So if you're in the bad part of the Leo house or the Savage house.
Yeah, stay away from Fernando's room. Yeah, my uncle Fernando was a wild dude. But so I got into martial arts, and I was in a small town, and it was really just like the only thing to do. So I just stayed in martial arts, and it kind of became who I was. I got into athletics in high school. I was on the wrestling team, and after the wrestling team, I continued to pursue martial arts. I even fought for a short bit.
Oh, okay.
Did like some professional combat stuff, and I always enjoyed the samurai sword. It was like my weapon. Like I always thought that was very cool. I always enjoyed the spirit of the samurai.
Yeah, the ancient history and wisdom of that path of life, right?
Yeah, the path of servitude to a greater purpose.
Right.
And
that still exists today in Japan, of
does,
course, right?
Yeah, and they're very into and not just in Japan. I mean, I think martial arts isn't necessarily like, all right, punch, kick, block, but it's a way of life. It's a way of honoring yourself and those around you. I found out about the steel mace long after martial arts. I thought martial arts was a thing of the past. I really just got into doing personal training, strength and conditioning. How do I lose weight? How do I tone up? And as fun as it was, I really didn't vibe in it. I just didn't find the right way to deliver what I thought fitness should be.
In the martial arts
in the strength and conditioning aspect.
Okay.
After martial arts, I got into strength and conditioning.
This is like your yoga stuff, Pilates, running, high reps. Stuff
like
like
weightlifting.
Yeah, okay.
Like doing curls, doing bench, doing squats. And I just never found like a really good rhythm in it. So I was always looking for something that I could identify with and fitness and deliver to the people. And I found the steel mace. I've just been fucking with it. I started November 2014. Here, let me show you some stuff.
Yeah, that's a
all right, you do this. No, I'm just kidding. So basically the way a steel mace works is you've got a head on the mace where all the weight is located, and then the handle is hollow. So it's like an off-balance piece of equipment.
Yeah, it's basically a lever or pendulum or something of this nature.
We call it a lever of disadvantage because if you put it on a certain side and the lever gets longer, the disadvantage increases. But here I am, years later, swinging the opposite of a katana. Like I was super passionate about the katana, and I end up falling in love with the Viking weapon. And I've been blessed enough to be in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and have had. I mean, Albuquerque, New Mexico is like a mecca for martial arts.
I didn't know all this.
Well, so
we have Winklejohn, you mean?
Yes.
And that kind of stuff, and there's UFC gyms everywhere.
So the UFC gym, yeah, that's martial arts in a sense, and like when I say martial arts, like people think, well, I can't think of any like really notable karate schools,
yeah,
like that type of martial arts. But MMA, mixed martial arts, UFC,
yeah,
it's martial arts,
right?
And it's like rawest form, and we have one of the best schools in the world here in town, Albuquerque's Jackson Winklejohn,
and it's always nice to see the UFC fights, and you see fighting out of Albuquerque,
right?
Whether it's John Dotson,
yep,
or Holly Holm, or
Diego Sanchez.
Yeah, Diego Sanchez.
Keith Jardine.
Yeah, Keith
Jody
Jardine.
Escobar. I mean,
it's crazy.
You never know who you're going to run into.
Right.
Like, we're known for our violence in Albuquerque, I guess.
Right.
In a good way. So, having that martial arts audience really helped me grow the Still Mace program. Because me as a martial artist, these athletes as martial artists, we want to find a way to have a little bit of an advantage, maybe train a little bit differently than our competition.
Right, right.
When am I doing that you're not? Where's my advantage at? And I've had a lot of curiosity and, what the hell does that thing do?
Yeah.
Not only that, but I'm backed by an awesome company on it, the Honored Academy. And they've got a good relationship with MMA fighters. They're all about total human optimization, whether it's through fitness, nutrition, or supplementation.
Just taking yourself to the topmost level you can be and perform at this level.
Let's use the science we have.
Yeah.
Let's use some ancient tools, some ancient ways of thought.
Mace.
And let's reinvent the wheel.
Well, the Mace, if you ever see Leo's videos on Instagram, which is Leo_Savage.
2 underscores.
2 underscores, double underscore.
Somebody already took _Savage.
Oh. We're going to kick their ass, we're going to find them, and then...
There's actually a Leo Savage, and I'm trying to get his account. And then the underscore guy, I'm trying to get his account.
Oh, so there's a battle between this, okay.
It's not really a battle, but the cool thing about Leo Savage, the original, he's cool as shit.
Yeah, you message him?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we're buddies.
Is that his real last name, did he say?
No.
Oh, okay.
But once I go, and I've been thinking about it, like how hard is it to change the last name?
I think it's just some
paperwork?
court paperwork.
Guy?
Yeah.
But I just think it would be neat, because I don't know what to introduce myself as. All right, because let me put it to you like this. When I introduce myself as Savage or somebody's like, oh, Savage, I feel like a jackass. You know what I mean? I just don't feel cool. And so Leo, I'm Leo. You can call me whatever you want. Actually, it was really cool how I got the name, Leo Savage. I used to train a guy named Adam, and he owns a medical marijuana dispensary, grow up, the whole nine.
Here in town?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's doing well. And we would train 3 times a week. Every morning we train Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and he's just like, man, I love this thing, I fucking love it. And then he walks up to me and he's like, Leo, I feel bad that I have all this to myself,
right? And
none of my crew has it. So he stopped doing personal training with me, which was like negative on my bank account. But he bought every person in his business a gym membership so they could experience it.
Oh.
And so I got to teach this amazing group of guys, hardworking, smart, educated, driven people.
How to work the Mace.
How to work the Mace.
Oh, okay.
You know, and it was amazing to see those dudes grow. Like, not just physically, but like, there's a labor of love. Like when you work hard on something you enjoy, it lifts you up.
Well, it takes you to another level. Then you get to that level and you're like, I'm not satisfied as I was.
Where's the next one?
Yeah, where's the next journey? Or where's the next thing? It's like, okay, let's get the 15-pound Mace or whatever the thing is.
Let's find out what's next.
Yeah, or let's start teaching Mace, or let's do this. Let's dive deeper into this realm of teaching. That's why I was doing yoga a lot, and that's why I dove into becoming a yoga instructor, because you want to learn more. You immerse yourself with everybody, and you just love it.
I didn't know you were a yoga instructor.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, through Hot Yoga, no, not Hot Yoga Infusion.
Go-to name.
Yeah, go-to name. It was Sacred Hot Yoga with Rebecca Woodmeyer and Jen Applegate.
Awesome.
Remember Jen?
Yeah.
Did you ever meet her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's now in California.
I didn't know that about you.
Yeah,
That's
she was a yoga instructor for instructors. So,
very cool.
Yeah, Laura Buckley was under us. Anywho, that's beyond the point. So now we have the mixed martial arts background, karate, whatever you want to call it, plus the Mace. And where I was going with this is if you look at Leo, _Savage on Instagram, you'll see some of his flow videos, and even some of Serena's stuff, who you teach, and taking over your place, I guess, at HYI, Hot Yoga Infusion. There's some sort of magical, whimsical flow to it.
I'm glad you feel that, man.
Does anybody else? I mean, you have like 30,000 followers. I'm sure people comment this or say something in live videos or whatever.
Yeah, well, it's all perception. Like, I had a guy say, it looks like baton twirling.
Right.
And I didn't get he was being disrespectful,
Sure.
but I just said, well, I love saying this. Tell me more about that.
Right.
And it just gives you an opportunity to explain yourself rather than me judge.
Well, you can go on the instant defensive.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can start some
especially as passionate as I am about the Mace.
Yeah, and then you can go into some sort of battle over a guy on the internet who's in his mom's basement somewhere.
Yeah.
Right.
And he might have typed in good manner. Right. Or in good form and just wanted to reach out to you.
And he may not even know what this is. Yeah. I didn't know what it is. I didn't know what it was the first time.
His answer was, I used to twirl the baton.
Oh.
And I would love to experience that again.
See?
So I get to experience martial arts through the Mace.
Right.
He gets to experience baton twirling
or
through the Mace.
Whatever.
Actually, when I was in New York, yoga instructor, beautiful girl, Cindy. And we're moving with the Mace, and we're having a great time, and she stops, she sets her Mace down, and she says, Leo, I used to dance my whole life, classically trained, up until I was 18, and then I stopped. And I don't dance anymore. But I fucking feel like that right now, because I'm kind of dancing with my Mace. So she's got a background in dance, and so her thought is she's expressing herself through dance with the Mace. This baton twirling guy, same object, he's reliving the marching band.
Right.
Me, I'm reliving trying to be a Power Ranger.
Right.
And all my martial arts background.
Yeah, the samurai.
So I use the tool as really a tool to express myself, and I really think that this is a powerful thing. Like when people say like, oh, you work out, like what's your workout routine, I try not to get into that.
Right.
There's a workout aspect of it, like there's pushing, there's pulling.
Well, in the Mace, this is 10 pounds, and I was talking with some friends about it, and like, that's not the gym. I'm like, well, I guess technically you're not moving weights up and down with your arms or something like that.
Okay.
On a machine.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, it's the gym to me.
Because
you're working out, you're sweating, it's hard.
So and you get a workout out of it.
Yeah.
But everybody's got their own perspective on what life's been to them.
Right.
And it's just a communication to get into that. And now not everybody's into it. Like I get clients who are like, I just want to get jacked. I'm like, hey, okay, we're gonna do this. I don't know how many of these am I doing.
Right.
I'm like,
do about 1,000. I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's not my favorite client to work with. I really like teaching somebody a lesson and letting them go experiment and be themselves, and then getting them back and saying, okay, let's do these things so we can grow in strength.
Right.
And stay free of injury. There's certain things you do want to do and you don't want to do. And it's been an absolute pleasure. Who would have ever thought metal pole would take me all across America, man?
So that's a good segue into what's happening now. I guess you're leaving Albuquerque, hometown.
Yeah. And
going into the unknown, Austin. Well, not really unknown.
Well, I like it.
Some level it is.
I like unknown. Break them out, man. Go for it.
Yeah, we got to get some burrito action. I forgot about this.
So, this is awesome.
What?
Now we're going to eat and chat.
Yeah.
This is great.
Well, normally we have a review about the burritos and what you like or don't like about it.
You want to do a burrito review?
We can.
Oh, man. Well, it's rolled nice.
Does it look like a Dominican rolled this, or what's the level to cigar or Cuban rolling?
Man, I'm just going to plunk out of that conversation. My cigar knowledge is not there.
Mine is limited to what I just spoke about. And that's about it. Cubans and Dominican cigars, I guess.
That's good.
But yeah, no, this is a great burrito from basically from a burrito factory, aka Frontier.
I was going to say it tastes like Twister.
Twister's has a good one. But anywho, so now you're going into Austin, you're leaving us.
Yeah.
I mean, us as the Mace community, or us as just friends, or us as the HY community, or just New Mexico.
I'm leaving New Mexico. Yeah, well, I've been teaching the Still Mace in Albuquerque, New Mexico for about 2 years. I've been working with the Mace since November 2014. And it's been great to share and grow my community.
Right.
But I need a coach too.
And that's ESIC?
Well, there's just a ton of guys in Austin, Texas. Not only Eric ESIC, but there's guys like John Wolf, Shane Haynes, There's basically the X-Men and the Avengers all work at a gym in Austin, Texas.
In that on a gym that you
and
see
I want
in
to
the
train
videos,
with those guys.
right? With the green floor or whatever?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So, I'm going up there, of course, to upgrade myself. And even though that's a selfish thing, like, I'm going there for me. I understand that the more education I get, the better I become, the more I can help serve.
Right.
Whatever community I'm in. I was really into growing Albuquerque, and I realized that the reach I have is bigger than Albuquerque. Okay, so I've got some people in New York, I've got some people in California, Washington, corners of America.
Yeah.
That want education, that have been inspired by Instagram videos, YouTube videos, whatever. And I really enjoy the freedom to be able to travel from coast to coast and teach my craft.
Yeah, and you do your seminars or wherever. I remember you were talking about a seminar you're doing in the woods for like 3 days or whatever.
Yeah, that's coming up.
Oh, okay, that's
that's
coming up.
We didn't release the dates on it, but I think they're still working on a few things, but it's going to be super cool. It's basically a camping trip with a bunch of adults who are into oddball fitness,
right?
Most importantly, flow. Now, when I say oddball, yoga's in there, but it's not very oddball.
Now it's becoming more mainstream. It was maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You would see it on maybe ESPN The Ocho, which is probably where you'd see Mace.
You would probably see it on the Ocho. What's after the Ocho?
I don't know, the
Quattro?
Diaz.
God. If the Mace ever ends up on TV, I hope I'm part of it.
Well, I mean, I'm surprised there isn't like competitions about. Well, I don't know how you compete in Mace. Maybe it'd be like baton twirling. Like,
There's a competition.
Where you spin it or something like that.
There's a couple competitions a year. There's a move called 360, and basically you swing the mace around you.
Mm-hmm.
There's another swing, pretty much like the 360. It's called the 10 and 2 swing. 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock. So you swing from shoulder to shoulder, never crossing in front of you. So you can imagine my mace is exiting out my left shoulder.
Right.
I drop the mace behind me and pull it around my right shoulder, pull it around my
Oh,
left
that's what
shoulder.
we were doing the other day in class.
10 and 2s is what they're called. And the competition is 5 minutes of as many 10 and 2s as you can.
So it's an endurance thing.
It's an endurance.
Okay.
Yeah, and so they do those like at the Arnold,
Oh yeah,
at
yeah.
Mr. Olympia, and a couple other places. That's not really what I'm into, is standing still for 5 minutes.
Right, and just cranking out as many as you can.
It's cool, right on, but I think I really like expressing myself in my workouts, and it's hard to really express yourself, or for me, in that arena. I did get to go and compete in Vegas and swing in the competition that they hold. It was fun. I mean, it wasn't that bad.
Just not your game?
Not my game.
That's interesting you brought up moving to Austin, because that's a big thing that they talk about in motivational books, business, how to be a better person in your life, is the idea and concept of surrounding yourself with people who are better than you or at another level than you are.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you surround yourself with everybody who's at the same level as you or below, you don't have any room to grow. No one's challenging you in mental ways or physical ways or prosperity ways, whatever you want to call it. Now, but when you surround yourself with everybody who's better than you,
There's nothing but education to take.
yeah, you're soaking in everything.
Yeah.
You're working with them, and then you go to the next level, and then now you guys are at the same level, and you got to, it's a constant progression, and that's how success is made.
Well, yeah, if you surround yourself by better people, you can only imagine getting better.
Right.
I love this thought, humanly possible. It's humanly possible. We have these big imaginations, right? Like flying is humanly possible.
Right.
But that guy was just a crazy fuck.
Yeah,
when he originally started the idea.
The Wright brothers.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly.
And you're gonna send that 50-ton piece of steel through the sky at 700 miles an hour?
Yeah, I got this.
Across the ocean?
Yeah, I got this.
In 2
That
hours?
sounds like a crazy asshole. But what he did is he dreamed big and inspired. And I don't know what he wasn't surrounded by guys to make him better, but he was surrounded by a bunch of doubters that may have pushed him even further.
Yeah, they call them the haters or whatever you want to
The
call them.
haters, they hate us because they hate us.
Yeah.
So, when I'm at the Audit Academy, there are these amazing feats of strength. I didn't know that was humanly possible. You see somebody do this amazing thing, and now it's humanly possible. So just having the opportunity to be around amazing people doing amazing things should open up my outlook on
what's humanly
what's
possible.
humanly possible.
Or, yeah, that's interesting because your mind and your body gets bound by routine,
Mm-hmm.
and it gets bound by the thought process of everybody around you. Or, I mean, if you didn't show us a 360 and you told us, yeah, you can spin this thing around your head and be like, okay, I've never seen it before. I don't know if that's possible. It's new to Mace.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe this guy's on drugs or something, or is he crazy?
All
and
those
then
things.
and then you and then you show us, and you're like, oh, it is humanly possible. We
I can do that.
Oh, then you start practicing. I can't get the first 100 times, but you keep going and you can do it.
It's such a neat thing, teaching people how to move. What's neat about being a kid is we're movers, and we learn by moving, by imitating.
Right.
Oh, you move your lips like this, and that's how you make sounds. Oh, this is how you walk. I've had the privilege of teaching kids, and I don't really teach them with a lot of talking.
Mm-hmm.
I just say, okay, do this, and they get it.
What do you think changed between that 5-year-old Leo Savage and 5-year-old Chris to mid-30s Leo Savage and mid-30s Chris?
I would think failure. A lot. You have a lot of. I would say you've struggled a lot more from in your 20s.
Right.
You learned a lot more. Things were harder. There were bigger challenges in you, and along with those challenges were roadblocks. But when you're a kid, you can dream as big as you want.
And you're like, oh yeah, I want to be an astronaut. And your parents are like, okay, that's great. Let's talk about this. Let's explore this,
yeah,
right?
But you ask somebody who's in their 20s if they want to be an astronaut. They're like, I don't know about that.
Well, then your parents are saying, dude, you
you
don't even like going on roller coasters. How you gonna go into space? All these
you're
things.
a kid. You're good.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I'm ready for that. I'll take that. I'll take that challenge on. Yeah, I have had the privilege of showing a couple kids how to swing mace, and it's so cool. I don't really teach them. I just say, do this.
Yeah.
Like this. I remember actually going through that process of trying to break down the intricacies of a 360.
Right.
And I could just see, I was like, I'm talking to a wall.
To
this
the
is
kids,
too hard. Yep.
Or just to people, or
to people, or no, to kids.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, and then it was just like, why don't I just stop talking and start moving and see what happens? And it was magic. It just started happening. But some adults learn like that too. I had the privilege of working out with an athlete this morning, and after getting to talk to her for a little bit and figuring out how she was picking up on the cues,
right.
I said, well, she's not really listening to me. She hears me, but she's really focusing on what I look like when I'm moving so she can replicate.
Right.
And so for her, it was a matter of, okay, you're still open. Your mind's still open to learn from movement. Let's just absorb that. And it was seamless. Of course, everybody learns differently. I wish most people would learn the same way I do by seeing and
right.
I don't write stuff down. I probably should.
I like to learn that way too, by seeing and whether it's in school, people or in math class back in college, you're like, okay, solve this problem. Everybody's all solving it. I'm like, I don't know what to do. And the teacher solves it for you. Like, okay, now I know how to solve that problem because I see what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very analytical of this step, do that. And I like watching you in flow or watching Chantel or any of these yoga masters, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I could do whatever Chantel's doing, but I can try to, you do your arm thing and the crow thing and the...
Well, range is different for everybody.
Yeah.
It's neat that... I think one neat thing... I don't have a big yoga practice.
But you have a big Pilates practice, right?
No, I'm horrible at Pilates.
We always joke about your moves being Pilates moves.
Yeah, they could be.
I also know it says that.
Does she?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That's funny. I haven't seen her in a while, but when I do... yeah, Allison. Hey, man, HY's been awesome.
Yeah. Shout out to Hot Yoga Infusion, of course.
I was actually talking about this. I do a lot of live videos, and I'll just kind of talk to my camera.
Yeah.
But Hot Yoga Infusion, it sucks to leave, honestly.
You mean the community or the space?
Just
or all?
everywhere.
Yeah.
But as you start saying goodbye to things, last night was my last Wednesday class, and I had to basically say goodbye on Wednesday to all my Wednesday night people. And as I was closing up shop, I was
and your Wednesday noon people too.
My Wednesday noon people, yeah, and I said, I'm gonna miss this floor. And I was like, I love this floor.
It's basically lava. but it's fun.
I'm gonna miss this heating element.
Right.
And I started really like thinking about the personal time I've had at HYI and the personal development I've gone through. It has been my absolute favorite gym to work at. The program never got really big, but that was okay because it really allowed me to make the people in the program really sharp.
Right.
You know, and being that I'm leaving, I'd rather have a few sharp tools than a bunch of dull ones. You know, being able to connect with the floor and having that soft floor rather than like a wood floor.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy when you're doing anything, yoga, whatever.
Especially when it gets slippery, man.
Yeah.
Later. And so yeah, it's been my absolute favorite place to teach Mace, at least this far.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Hot Yoga Infusion is a great spot, not just, you know, because we go there, of course, and because you teach there, but like you said, it's small classes, you become a family and community, like everything, but just like this is maybe to your bank account, it's a job, right? To you, it's building a community, but, you know, you got to move and grow yourself and grow the community as a whole, so everybody understands that to some degree.
Yeah.
And new adventures seek you, and that's exciting.
Man, I've gone on so many adventures.
But isn't that what life is all about?
It's just been great. Well, I saw you were in
adventures.
like Russia or something, right?
Yeah, of course.
Like at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And you're like walking through the streets, and I was like, how cool is that?
Well, you just go out there and it's like snowing.
Yeah.
It's like minus 10 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
No one's out there. You know, bars and restaurants are still open because they don't have a concept of time.
Okay.
You know, I mean, in Europe, you know, or any other place, everything's open 24 hours mostly.
Right on.
So you get like whatever, that's not the point. But you just go out there and you just experience it.
Yeah.
And sometimes when it was snowing, I just take my shirt off or my jacket and just be in a short sleeve shirt and like nice dress pants, just walk around and snowing with my scarf. Russians are looking at you all weird because they're all bundled up.
Yeah.
But you're just like, I just want to feel it and experience just everything.
Yeah.
The cold
Take
air.
it all in.
Yeah, the cold air against your skin,
It's
your
a
hair.
neat thing, you know.
The snow hitting you. I don't know, you just experience it all. And
I was in New York going through that, something similar.
Yeah.
It was dumping snow. We were in Times Square, and I was just in awe of everything I, could take in.
Yeah, it's like you want to take it and experience everything. I want to go to the diner. I want to taste the coffee. I want to taste the food. I want to taste the air.
Dude, I was drinking coffee at 10 o'clock at night because I wanted to drink everybody's coffee.
Yeah.
Well, that and the cups of coffee was warm in your hands.
Yeah. So that helps.
Yeah, going to Austin, I'm a little terrified. I mean, change.
Well, I mean, you don't.
Change is crazy.
Yeah.
You know, this is not like a little fucking deal. This is like, I'm pursuing my dreams, teaching something I know and love at the pinnacle of where the system was created.
Right.
You know, I get to, and that's just the start of the adventure. You know, that's just Monday. Tuesday is going to be a whole nother adventure. Like Lance Armstrong works out in that gym.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I mean, there's like, I'm not really into working with like celebrities. Not that, I just like working with people. And if the celebrity is a person, I love working with them. But it still is a powerful energy when you look to the left and you got like Common.
Yeah.
And then you got Lance Armstrong. And then you got like just all these studs. That's an Olympic athlete. That's an NFL player. That guy's in the major leagues.
Yeah, you got C.T. Fletcher here.
Yeah.
Yelling shit.
Yeah. I would love to work out with that guy.
Me too.
He probably wouldn't like what I do. He's into like
massive weights.
Reps and weight and don't be a bitch.
And cracking concrete and that
Dude,
kind
I
of
love
stuff.
that guy though. When he talks, that guy has passion. I mean, he could talk about anything, and I'm so far into the conversation.
Right, you're like, he's
I'm
talking
like, yeah, I don't agree with you at all, but yeah.
He's talking about eating Big Macs for every day for his life for like 20 years. I'm like,
he didn't know any better.
Yeah.
He just thought, a lot of calories, cheap food, let's go.
Well, it's interesting. I was watching the Arnold competition, and these guys who are like 400 pounds or 600 pounds, 6'5", deadlifting like 1,200 pounds or whatever. I watched a YouTube video. My buddy Dominic sent it to me. They eat 12,000 calories a day.
Man.
So there's a 20-minute video. It's a must-watch
of them eating.
Of them eating. It was like, okay, breakfast. I'm gonna have 18 eggs, 2 pieces of bacon, and a bowl of cinnamon toast crunch. Like 2 hours later, okay, I'm gonna have like 100 grams of protein in this protein shake, 2 glasses of milk, and like 2 hours later, I'm gonna have like 9 Subway subs.
It's nuts.
And I'm like, and he said most of his day is just eating.
I was trying to, I watched The Rock, right?
Yeah.
Just like his travel day. and he showed what he ate. And
Something crazy like that?
I couldn't quantify how much food he was talking about. He said it,
Right.
and I got lost. I was like, he's still talking about food. And then he was at a fancy hotel.
Right.
He was in a ballroom, and
Right.
they brought him all his food. Now, they just brought it to demonstrate the amount of food he eats in a day, because, this is one meal he's having, and they put breakfast, snack, lunch,
Right.
snack, And, I was just like, holy fucking shit. Like, there's not enough time in the day for me to eat that much.
Right. I mean, this burrito is going to be
me a while.
This is going to be good for me till dinner, and it's like 10 o'clock.
Do you eat pretty thin?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Well, sometimes, I don't know if this happens to you, people look at me all weird, but sometimes I'll just get so engaged in the
People
day.
do look at me weird.
Yeah, they look at me weird too, so that's okay, and I'm okay with that.
But you get engaged in the day.
I get so engaged in the day that some days I'll wake up, the phone's ringing, I have a glass of coffee, and then we're going to yoga, doing work, checking emails, all that kind of stuff. Next thing you know, it's 6 o'clock and I haven't eaten anything.
Right.
And I'm like, and people are like, you didn't eat anything today? I'm worried about you. That's not normal. I'm like, dude, I'm just so
It is normal for you. It's
Yeah.
normal for me.
I'm
is it
so
something
engaged.
you want to do? Is it a normal way to live? Yeah, because I do it all the time.
Yeah.
But
And I just forget to eat, and you're like,
I always get tired, and I'm like, why am I tired? I'll
Yeah.
get some coffee, and then I'm like, wait, you haven't ate all day.
yeah. And it's like 4 o'clock. You're like, oh man, you seen the snow, dude?
Yeah,
It's pretty enjoyable. We have a background of snow.
it's going down.
Live cat audience here. But yeah, you just get so engaged, and you're like, shit, it's 6, 7, 8
better
o'clock.
eat.
And then sometimes I'll go like 24 for like 48 hours. I won't even eat that night.
Really?
You'll just crash out, wake up, have some coffee, and
I really
water
like
and-
how you're so into fasting. Like, you didn't know you were into fasting, but you are.
it's just I think it's just an Aries thing.
We're just gonna put that out there as positive energy, and that we're not being forgetful. We're just into intermittent fasting. Do we do it on a scheduled time? No.
Yeah, it's
Is
not
it more
like
we're
Mondays we're
forgetting
gonna
to
do
eat?
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll just pretend.
Someone was telling me there's a study from Harvard Review, or you can cite the sources later or fact check later, but if you do like a water only fasting for like 4 or 5 days,
Mhm.
your body will rebuild stem cells.
Dude, my buddy just went through this.
Oh, okay.
This dude has had traumatic brain injuries in the military, and they basically said, here's the pills you're going to take for the rest of your life.
I don't like that. I
Well,
like taking zero
He
medicine.
was disgusted by it.
Well, yeah,
Because
you're
he's
like-
a fitness dude,
Yeah.
and he's into his body, and he's like, I am not going to live like this. So this has been like a 10-year journey for him, weaning himself off of the medication.
Yeah.
And I don't want to, I'm going to talk some shit, meaning I don't know completely what I'm saying, but Steve has done enough research that one day he came up to me and he was like, Leo, it's fasting I need to do. That'll get me off of my last medication. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. He did a 4-day water only.
That's what I'm talking
fast.
about. And I heard about this, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this sounds crazy.
Dude, he's another person.
So it is.
He's another.
Consult your doctor
If it's
before you do this.
placebo,
But
it might be. There's placebo effect in everything.
sure.
Because you want it to work. So
Right.
we're wishing for it to be true. We're praying for it to be true.
And this thing up here is very powerful.
Oh yeah, extremely. I mean,
The
it can
power of
turn
thought.
pain off. It can turn pain on.
Right.
So. Yeah, but I went and saw Steve, and I hadn't seen him in since he went through his fast. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
Like, just a totally another person. He was talking about, he got a little into it. He's like, I have to do it again. I've got to do a 5-day, and I've got to do a 6-day. But it was just amazing for him to see. And it's all based off of inflammation.
Right.
So, anyways, the fasting thing, we're not as dedicated as Steve.
Sure.
But we're getting close.
Yeah. Well, I mean, man, it's really coming down now with snow.
I know.
It's crazy.
Dude, what happened?
I don't know. It just started at 10 o'clock. I'm like, where's Leo? And I look outside, it's snowing. And
Yo.
then it just starts dumping snow. I don't want to do anything today. I just want to curl up and just watch Netflix and chill.
Right.
There's so much to do.
Yeah. You have a lot to do?
Yeah. The gym, work, the gym again, because we're doing that 60-day thing.
Yep.
And I'll be traveling, so I got to do 60 days and 40 days. So I'm there twice a day, trying to do all that kind of stuff.
What's your key to traveling?
What do you mean?
Traveling sucks. Airplanes suck.
Oh, dude, the airplane sucks.
Stewardess, sometimes they're cool.
Sometimes it sucks.
Your neighbor on an airplane, if you're gonna have a neighbor for 4 hours on a plane, they suck.
Yeah.
3 hours, 59 minutes, tolerable.
But we're talking about when you go across the ocean. We're talking about 14 hours.
This is what I wanted to
in
get into.
12 hours.
Because I'm gonna have to start traveling overseas.
Dude,
what do I do?
I don't know. I haven't found the thing.
Okay.
I get weird in a plane, so I won't have any of the airplane food. I'll just basically drink wine and juice or water.
Okay.
And I try to just kind of crash out and sleep the whole 14 hours. And then towards the end, I get all excited. It's like, oh, there's only 4 hours left.
Yeah.
Out of like 14 or 15
God.
hours.
Do you get antsy?
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, then I start watching the TV shows and on the garbage on the seat. But, dude, it's difficult because I don't like to go to the bathroom. I'm like kind of a germaphobe, so I don't like using like...
Dude, who likes using airplane?
I don't like using porta potties, airplane things, you know, just like... I'd rather just like not pee at a state fair than go into a porta potty.
I'm the same way.
And you're like, I'll just wait.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Pass.
I'd rather go outside than use a condensed bathroom like an
Right.
outhouse or a porta potty.
But sometimes you just got to break down, use the airplane bathroom, wash your hands, and it's like kind of like block that out of your
I just
memory.
think like this last flight I had, I was like, what the fuck is going on? I had never seen a line to the bathroom as big as was on this plane.
It's crazy.
And I was just thinking, like, talk about no personal space. Like, there's the restroom, there's a flight attendant.
Right.
And then there's a line of people waiting to get into the bathroom. So as soon as you get out, someone's going in.
Yeah, so I never...
So if I'm in line, I'm smelling this guy's shit and this guy's smelling, or you know, whatever.
Well, yeah, right.
It's just gross.
Right.
And the bathroom's like this tiny.
Yeah.
But
and if you make weird noises, which sometimes happens, you're like, I get all sensitive about that, and you're like...
That's why you just take your phone with you and play music.
Yeah. I haven't tried that, but dude, I don't know. There's no key to it. I don't know. I'm sitting here. I'm a tall dude, so I'm just like hunched over. I just try to sleep, but it's a pain in the ass.
Man. Yeah, got an offer to go to Canada and Budapest.
Oh, Budapest would be amazing.
I said yes to Budapest right away.
Yeah.
Canada, I was like, what part?
The frozen parts.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, there's a couple of people in Canada. Though. It's neat though to have people in another nation. Hey, we want you to come down and do this thing.
So now you're basically at the very beginning. You said Leo Urquides, Urquides.
It's Urquides.
Urquides.
There you go.
Urquides, international man. So now technically it is international man.
International. I like it.
Yeah.
International
Savage. International. Yeah.
Savage International. Sounds like
Ink.
a horrible. Yeah. Yeah.
So we're kind of winding down here. I think we have maybe 10 or so minutes left. It's hard to say. It's blinking. I'm just going off my time here. What else do you want to talk about, man? I mean, talk about travel, talk about snow, cats, working out, Mace.
I need to get a dog, man.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I enjoy my freedom.
Okay.
I really had no idea how much I'd enjoy my freedom. And to a point where I started getting rid of things that controlled me.
Like?
A bed.
Oh, okay.
Like, I need that comfortable bed and that comfortable pillow to sleep.
Oh, right. Okay.
So it kind of owns some of me. Okay, that nice TV.
Right.
I love shit.
Right.
I love electronics. I
don't
love
know.
things.
Everybody, is it just Americans that love shit, or is it everybody?
I think.
Is it the time we're growing up in?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say Americans like shit more than most people.
Because when you travel, you see like people, like some people are just thankful to like have food.
Go off of the kids. You know,
Yeah.
you see kids and like what they have.
Dude, it's scary nowadays.
It's like if you have an iPhone or some type of Wi-Fi device, and you're a kid, like
shit,
you're done.
Yeah, you're done.
You're so poured into that. But that's the way we're going to evolve. Is we're all going to operate off of little smart.
You think we're going to be like Wally's in a chair, just moving around, like?
Yeah, I think once we get rid of these, I think we will. As long as we need
thumbs,
because our thumbs. So we have all this input, and then we have this smart computer. And the computer can think really fast, and we can think really fast, but we have these clumsy digits that we used to have 10 digits that would control what we do. Now it's 2 thumbs. So if we can get rid of those 2 thumbs and then link directly, I think that'll be when we turn into Wally's. When we can think and will stuff to be done, and they'll be done for us.
Yeah, we're sitting in a chair.
At least now, if you want to change the channel, you have to.
Yeah. You have to yell at the TV or...
Now Lexi will change the TV for you.
Dude, it's kind of crazy to think about, and kind of sad too. You see all these kids who have like an iPhone 10 or iPad, and you're like, we go to the gym, and there's a lot of kids there because it's kind of a semi-daycare, because a lot of parents go to the gym.
Kids when you work out.
You go there, you work out for 30 minutes, an hour. The kids are staring at their phone. You come back out, they're still staring at their phone. And I'm like, There can be so much more productive things that could have been done in that hour.
You know, I appreciate.
You could have built a business. You could have drawn. You could painted. You could have thought about how to do anything.
Yeah.
But you just watch like.
You could crush candies too.
Yeah.
Candy Crusher and Castle Crusher.
But then there's two. Then you start thinking about, okay, well, if he is crushing candies, you know, you could be a professional Candy Crush player. I mean, people play StarCraft for a living.
Yeah, I mean, there's totally an avenue for it. And I think the kids who have the smart devices will be more successful in the business world because they have them. Oh, back to the freedom.
Oh, yeah. We got tangential.
Dude, I love that, though. Let's just go off into another one. I have discovered, even though it's great to be, like, I'm moving to Texas with a car and some clothes.
Right.
And when I move from there...
So everything else is going to stay? Or be sold on eBay or whatever.
Yeah, it's just, you know, kind of purging all my stuff and to where I can really, if I want to go to Budapest for a month, I'm good. Yeah. And I'm not going there looking to replace any of the amenities I have. I'm good to go with concrete and a blanket. Well, fuck that, I don't want to sleep on concrete. Yeah, but I do know I want a dog.
Yeah.
I want a little travel
companion. Oh, that's where we're going with the dog.
To take with me on my adventures. And so, you know, I want a French bulldog. I think that's the way to go.
I think Sarah has one.
You know, any type of animal that will attract women to me, I'm into.
Whether that's a giraffe, a miniature giraffe, whether that's a French bulldog.
Something that I can fit on a plane. you know, but
I saw an article where this lady was trying to bring her full-size peacock on the United plane. And she was denied.
No, really?
Yeah, they denied the peacock.
For real? Yeah. They let me take my Fang on. They wouldn't let her take her peacock.
This thing was like a horse. Dude.
I just always wanted to, like, we're thinking about the travel, like, hey, how do you get through it? Your day would be so much better if you had a...
Well, if I had a kitty cat or...
12 hours, though, 14 hours. Like, there's no way. There's no making that happy, even with a puppy.
Dude, it's just painful. But when you, as time goes down, I try to just sleep it all, and then, you know, like I said, get excited at 4 hour, 3 hour mark. You know, get some wine, relax, and then watch some TV. Because there's nothing else to do. You can't. There's no Wi-Fi. You can't like.
There's no point.
Yeah, you can listen. There's only so much Audible you can take in without before your brain just like shuts down.
And you can't really eavesdrop on people because planes are noisy.
Yeah, they're noisy. They're all zoned out.
If you could just listen to everybody's conversation, that would be good, right? A headset, you see 3F. What are they talking about?
Well, sometimes I'll do that at the gym.
Definitely.
I find myself just putting my headphones in for my phone, but not playing any music.
Oh, yes.
So you're like, they're like, this guy's like totally in his zone.
The deterrent.
You're like, just like listening to like girls gossip about God knows what. You're like, this is kind of enjoyable. It's like,
oh yeah.
It's like watching E News or the E Network, or like the Women's Network, or like.
Who's your eavesdropping?
Yeah, you're just like.
But it's the best. Like when I go to my grocery store, there's a lot of panhandlers out there, and if I can help out, I'll help out. But I'll just put my headset on.
Yeah.
And I'll walk by, and if somebody talks to me, and I don't want to talk to them, I can just go.
Yeah.
Just keep walking.
Yeah, you have
the.
Oh yeah,
he's got a headphone. You know, actually, a girl brought that up to me. A girl I used to train, she'd wear these huge headphones. I was like, how do you keep those on? Like, they've got to be uncomfortable.
Right, you're sweating around it, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, you need, I mean, they're $300 headphones. You're like, I'm like, come on, you know, and she's like, they keep guys away from me.
Oh.
And I was like, oh.
Well, dude, if we want to go down that road, which we have a few minutes to go down that road, what me and you experience in life is like 1,000 times different than what girls experience through their life.
Agreed.
You know, there is like between 5 and 90, you have like 1,000 guys just trying to hook up with them everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Whether it's Smith's, whether it's the gym, whether you're renting a car, whether you're like calling Amazon, you know, it's like they're just getting attacked.
That Amazon girl has a pretty voice, is what you're telling me.
Well, Alexa probably gets hit on as much as Siri does.
I think our world is equal in parts, but more disproportional than not. So I know there's some guys who go through that. Yeah. There's some females who don't go through that, but I would say that, probably it's got to be that way.
So you know,
at least in this time.
So they think and evolve differently. Like, I would never thought of wearing headphones to deter people from talking to me because no one ever comes to talk to me really. So they just say, "Are you done here?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Move on."
Yeah.
But I'm not going to hit on girls at the gym anyways. I'm there for a purpose. I just want to get in there, lift some weights, and get the hell out.
So I've been the same way. Go to the gym, work out. It's my sanctuary.
Yeah, just get out.
But since becoming single, it's been a year. I have slowly.
The loitering increases at the gym or other
I
places?
just start to notice that I'm very attracted to fit people and people who have that determination during their time off to pour into themselves. I'm pretty sure I would think it was attractive, like going to a library and seeing the same girl always there pouring into herself. But there's something about physicality and movement that I'm attracted to. So while the gym has always been my sanctuary,
Right.
I'm just going to admit, lately, over the past 6 months, I find extreme beauty at the gym. Now, I don't mix the oil and the water.
Sure,
I keep
sure.
them separate because the sanctuary is more important than whatever. But, just something I've come to terms with lately is I really like fit girls.
Well, and you could be dating somebody and still find beauty in all things.
You should.
And, sometimes at the yoga studio or at Define Fitness, like, that girl's really attractive.
Yeah.
And, it's not, I'm not going up to do anything weird or anything like that. You just notice it and move on. And,
Well, I want her to have her sanctuary too.
yeah. I mean, everybody's there for a reason, but what I mean is,
Yeah.
I don't go there. You see some people go there, and I'm working out 30 minutes, cranking, do this machine, go this, do this, hit the Smith, come back, do this.
Yeah.
I'm going to like 5 different exercises, and these 2 people are just bullshitting about life. I'm like, and you're at the gym, you're like,
I go to
go to
Define Fitness.
Yeah,
it's
that's where I
like
go.
it's like the gym. Well, I used to go.
Oh.
And this is way back in the day. I used to fight, and I would do this thing before I would fight. I sprint a mile fast as I can, just try and kill myself, and then I walk for 30 seconds,
Mhm.
and then sprint the next mile, and repeat for 5 miles. And if I can do that, I feel like I'm in good shape. So I hate running. I hate cardio. I hate this process. But one day, I'm doing my process. I get through mile 1. I feel good. And that
Like
never
better
happens.
than better than good.
Some magic's happening. Mile 2, I don't even take 30-second break. I just go. I get to mile 3. The treadmills are.
To get your medical card?
Yeah. Like I don't fucking care if I get busted with a joint. I don't.
Yeah.
It seems like something I can get away with, but not in Texas. So I'm on the treadmill.
Yeah.
I'm fucking killing it, feeling good, and this girl comes up, and she might have been pretty. I didn't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But she's got a fully makeup face.
Yeah.
And she gets in between the treadmills there's no room, and she starts talking to me. And I was like, I'm in my zone.
you're crushing it.
Finally happened. I'm in my zone, and I just remember like trying not to be rude,
Right.
then trying to be rude, then being rude, and she didn't get it.
That's interesting.
And then I hit the stop on the treadmill, and I walked out, and I canceled my membership, and I was never back because it was it didn't.
The sanctuary was ruined.
It was not a sanctuary.
That's interesting.
Plus the lockers at gyms, man, they're just a weird place.
It's a weird, dude. I just put my blinders on like
Oh,
horses. I'm
man.
just gonna go to the bathroom. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna look left. I'm not
No.
gonna even acknowledge whatever the hell's happening over there.
Ah.
Because one time you did, and you're like, it's like a 40-year-old guy naked just walking around. I'm like, okay,
Do you remember your first experience with that? You were like, what the fuck?
yeah, who's doing this?
My first experience with that is I had to cut weight, so I had to go to a sauna,
Right.
and I had to like walk through a men's bathroom at a public gym, and I was just like, what in the fuck? And
So does everybody think this, or?
Well, I know you and I think this,
Yeah.
but the guy with the skin chandelier out, he's totally into it. He's in, I don't know, man. To each their own.
Yeah, I
Sure.
don't know. It's,
Blinders
yeah,
at the gym and at the locker room.
right. At Defined, you have to go you have to walk into the thing. You'll notice the thing and go to the bathroom. So I just kind of like, yeah.
I wonder if we should invent some blinders like they have on the horse, so that way you can safely go into the bathroom and.
Not seeing some old guy naked. I don't understand the
I
process.
bet you at least if you didn't sell any, people would think you were the coolest guy ever. There you are. Okay, I gotta go to the fucking men's locker room. Sir, would you like some blinders? Blinders, so you won't see any nude dudes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, how much are those? $75.
Yeah. You'll thank me later, though.
Yeah. Second set's $75 too. Right on. Well, hey man, I've had a great time.
Yeah, so this is kind of the end of the podcast. We had to take a break. Battery died, whatever. We got the snow going on. Munched down a burrito.
Yeah.
Talked about life. What else do you want to talk about maybe as a summation of some Leo, I don't know, some Leo takeaway knowledge?
Oh.
I did want to ask you one question.
Okay.
It was related to the mile thing before we got into the makeup phase,
Okay.
the payaso, the clown, or whatever you want to call it.
I dig that.
This military book I read was about the Navy SEAL, and he said that's the 40% rule of, your body gives up, but you really have 40% more left in your tank.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to do that at the gym or yoga or whatever you're working at. You're like, and you always do it in class. You're like, let's not waste this workout. No one told you to stop.
Mm-hmm.
We can keep going.
Yeah.
And you do short time, which is good because you're not saying 5 seconds, 4 seconds.
Because then you know when to give up.
Yeah, you just keep going until
Leo
says, okay, it's time for next movement. But what do you think about that 40% rule of going 40% more than you think you can?
It's totally possible. I think that's one thing that has been proven, like our military system, like to be a Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
And I'm talking shit. I know exactly what I'm talking about. So, but those guys have to find a point of breaking, and then saying, okay, I'm in control of this.
Right.
And
We
let's
need to
see
go
what's
further
behind it.
because.
For me, I talked about this the other day. Everybody has a different motivation. All right. Mom can only lift 100 pounds.
Yeah.
But her child's in danger. For some reason, she can lift 10 times her weight to get whatever job done. So we understand that there's unlocked potential. And I would say it's mental capacity. I think that 40% is true because in my own practice, I have this ritual where I cuss when I hit the bottom.
Right.
When I'm done, I say fuck. Or I cuss at my equipment.
Right.
And for some reason, it works for me. I'm not saying everybody should cuss at their equipment. They should be running around cussing at the gym. But that's what unlocks my potential. When I am ass to the grass and I am done,
Yeah.
I cuss and I express myself. Okay, why are you cussing? Well, I'm expressing myself. The neat thing about expressing yourself, at least for me, is it brings me an energy or a fuel that I can use. So that for me is my 40%. I dig how this military guy said that there's another 40% that you can use. 40% is a big number.
Yeah, but you also see this with C.T. Fletcher. If you ever watch any of his videos, he does the same thing. He says, I'm going to will that inanimate object to move. And he starts yelling at it. He's like, or he's going to will his muscles to grow.
Cusses at his arm.
Yeah, he's like,
you're going to grow, motherfucker.
You're going to grow.
Yeah.
And everybody has a weird thing. And but you always talk about that in class of, no one said we can stop. Let's get one more.
Yeah.
Let's not waste this workout. And I always thought you were in the military when you said this because it brought me back to that book of the 40% of the Navy SEAL. And that Navy SEAL dude, he broke the world record of pull-ups.
Oh, wow.
And he did pull-ups for like 24 hours.
Shit.
Oh,
yeah, that guy found an extra 40% for sure.
Oh, no, this is an epic story from the book, and it's worth sharing because we have like maybe 5 minutes left. He showed up to a ultra marathon, like 100
130, 100, yeah.
Or 60-mile marathon, one of these long distance runs.
Yeah.
And he showed up there, he's a Navy SEAL, and he showed up with a lawn chair, a bottle of water, and and I may be saying this wrong, but the point of what I'm saying is accurate. He showed up with a lawn chair, a jug of water, and 4 bags of snacks for the whole 50 miles. And everybody else had a team. They had jugs of water. They had food. They had backpacks with stuff. And
this guy has a lawn chair and a bottle of water.
Yeah, lawn chair and a bottle of water. And he did it, and he got first or second place. And he did the last 10 miles with a broken foot or something. And you're just wrap your mind around that, and you're like...
See, so that to me seems possible. But when you look at guys like Wim Hof, do you know who he is?
Uh-huh.
That guy's another... He's a person. He's flesh and blood. But the things he's doing with his mind, they're crazy. So this guy, Wim Hof, this is what got me thinking about that. He ran an ultra marathon through the desert with no water.
And you're like...
Yeah. He ran... So he goes up to Everest frequently in his boxers, no shoes.
See, I mean, this is crazy.
Would kill me.
Yeah.
In any of those scenarios,
it was death.
Would be death. But those guys, I think, have found their extra percent. And I would just venture to say...
You're right, 40 is a big number. But
it's fucking huge.
Yeah, because if you're only giving 60%,
Man, can I get
you're
10%
dead?
more?
Yeah.
Because as a personal trainer, I look at percentages can I get you 2% stronger?
Right.
You're lifting 3 more pounds. I could imagine like your PR deadlift being 500 pounds, then me saying, okay, let's put another 40% on there. Let's do 850 pounds.
Yeah, exactly.
And then,
that's
no,
your limit. You're
not gonna. There's no way. So,
but you could rep out 40% more if you did 10 reps. Can you do 14?
Well, is it humanly possible to do that? Is there somebody else your size lifting that much weight? There's something there that I think over time, we'll figure out how to unlock. And I think it's guys like the military dude you talked about, Wim Hof, who are just being examples of. Do you remember when Michael Jordan dunked from the free throw line?
And I still don't know how he does that.
People do that now. Every year at the slam dunk competition, he paved the way. And
I don't know how you do that, because I look at that and I'm like,
I can't even make a shot from there.
You're gonna jump from that?
Yeah.
I mean, he's
You're
Air
gonna
Jordan.
fly for a little bit.
He's Air Jordan, dude.
Yeah, well, that's a good name for him.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't know, on that bombshell of never being able to jump as high as Michael Jordan or something like that, I know. It's one dude, sometimes in life you just like acknowledge something and it's
I can pour into something else because I don't have to worry about dunking from the free throw line.
I can't dunk from the free throw line. I don't know if, even if I spent like thousands of hours in the 10,000 hour rule on, I still don't know if it's possible. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to venture into something else that I'm going to enjoy and actually do.
Right on. That's life. Got to find your flow.
What else can you say, Leo, that you want to end this podcast with? We're going to Austin. Leo _Savage.
Yeah. You guys can find me on Instagram at Leo Savage. I'm on YouTube, Leo Urquides. Good luck finding that one. And if you ever can't spell my last name, just put Leo and still Mace. Hey man, this has been a good time.
Yeah, it's been nice.
It's been good getting to know you, man.
Yeah,
it's cool that we got to hook up before I got to bail out.
So. Well, I mean, you'll be back, maybe or never.
I don't think there's a possibility of me not coming back to Albuquerque. I'm sure with the family and friends I have up here. So it's just a vacation away.
Sure.
So I'm sure I'll be back.
All right. Well, great seeing you.
Thanks,
great learning from you.
Thank you.
And check out Steel Mace on it. We'll link everything up in the bottom with the description of where to go.
That's how you spell that shit.
2 N's.
It's kind of cool. I'm on it.
And that's what this is, I guess.
Words.
Yeah, this is on it, of course.
Yeah.
What do you swing?
A 10.
10?
I usually 10.
Is there some crazy, like some guy was swinging 45 pounds?
Well, I swung a 60-pound mace when I was in New York.
Well, what about the car engine that you were swinging?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like a brake drum. This guy was hey, can you swing that? I was like, yeah. I picked it up, and it didn't feel that heavy until it was in motion. I was like, holy shit. But 10 pounds is a lot. You know what I know I can do when I'm 80 years old? I can lift 10 pounds. So if I have a tool I can make the most out of now, I can carry that with me through my age, like the practice of yoga.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who have practiced solely using their body, and they get into their 80s, and they still have that mobility. I would say before I leave, if you were going to practice one thing, I would say practice your mobility. It's the one thing we're born without, crawling, barely lift our head up, and then we go into the grave, we don't have mobility. While practicing mobility isn't a fountain of youth, it damn sure will make those years in closing a lot better.
And more enjoyable?
Yeah, so strength is good, cardio is good, all that stuff, we're probably going to get from real world application.
Sure.
But if there's a practice that you can take up in mobility, I would just say look into that.
Whether that's Pilates, Bikram yoga, steel mace, hula hooping,
skating,
jazzercising, aquasizing, whatever.
Fucking move.
Yeah, just move.
Dancing Saturday nights at the club.
Some of those guys at the Cowboy Club bar up here.
Yeah.
They're like on another level, dude.
I dated this girl. She got me into two-stepping. Holy shit, man. We'd go out there and wreck for 2 hours. I'd be like, oh, God. Fucking tired.
Yeah.
But it felt good. Especially after a couple buds.
They're on a whole nother level. I was going to say something about the movement thing, but I forgot. Yeah.
Next time.
All right. Well, this has been an hour or so with Leo.
Right on, y'all.
And we'll catch you later.
All right.
See you guys. Dude, you like that burrito?
Fucking A, dude. It's so good.
I guess you're going to miss that kind of